Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have Moon Knight and we are going to find out if this Hasbro Marvel Legends is worth the money that it cost. Granted, it does not cost that much in comparison to other figures, but still, you earned your money and you want to buy the right toy. So let's figure out, is Moon Knight worth it? Because even at this price point, he may not be worth it. You might want to just buy something else. And there are so many things to buy. Unless you have unlimited amount of money, then you're probably going to be a little picky. Me, I bought a bunch of stuff. Now I'm slowing down because there is no way you can buy everything. No way. We are going to be looking at a few things to determine whether or not this is a yay or a nay when it comes to buying, starting with the sculpt, then the details, then the articulation, then the accessories. Okay, so now that we know what we're gonna evaluate this figure on, we have to look at it based on price. He is $24.99 at Toys in the Box. Same thing at Entertainment Earth, except they don't actually have him. And then he is $24.99 at Hasbro Pulse. So you get the idea. He's about the same price, even though Big Bad Toy Store always has to be a little bit more. So $24.99. Target has him for $17, but they don't actually have him. So we're gonna review him based on that price point, sculpt and detail. So right off the bat, you can tell this figure has a really good sculpt. He looks like a man that's really in shape, but not overly in shape, not like super buffed. He looks like a regular guy that works out, you know, cross trainer maybe, I don't know. But the detail on him, it looks great too. His biceps, his chest, you can actually feel the texture on him. You can basically rub your fingers all over any part of this figure and feel some kind of texture. I really appreciate that. The paint job is not bad. I mean, he's mostly white, but he does have a little bit of a wash on it, so it's got this gradients to it. Like right there, you can see the darker whites there. It looks good. His set sculpt is nice. I like that, although maybe it would have been nice to get him with a human like face, you know, on it, like a different head sculpt, but unfortunately we don't get that. So I guess that's okay. I mean, it's $24.99. You can't really expect multiple head sculpts, right? But the detail, I'm all about the detail. If they don't put detail into their figures, any company, I don't think it's worth it because it just looks way too plain. And this looks nice. I mean, you can see right there for yourself what I'm talking about. Every inch of this figure is really nicely sculpted and detailed. And for 25 bucks, even though it's not 105 bucks, they should do that. So let's talk about how well he moves, because that's going to be a big part of how much fun this figure is or isn't. He looks down about that much, not much at all. He looks to the side like that much. It is kind of a problem because it does get stuck, but it's not bad. He looks at you straight on like that. That's a pretty good look. He raises his arms about that high. That's not bad. It's pretty standard. You can see the joints right there. They're kind of hidden. You can kind of see them. That one you can plainly see. He can rotate his arms inwards about that much, which is pretty standard, I think. You know, so far he's doing pretty good with how well he moves. It could be better, sure, but he is 25 bucks. Look at his elbow bend. That's better than 90 degrees. That's not bad. He can rotate his wrist. That's not bad either. I mean, that's kind of like a thing most figures have. He can go side to side with his wrist or all around. His splits are pretty bad. You know, considering he's supposed to be like a martial artist, they're not that great. So you can remove his cape because it does kind of get in the way, and he's got this peg hole in the back for that cape to go right in there. I don't really see myself taking off the cape because he's not going to be displayed that way, and I think it adds a lot to the way he looks. His knee, it bends about that much. That's not bad either. You can see the joints there and how he moves. You can also see the cool little detail there. But this is his ankle. He's got a little bit of a rocker in there, so he can go sideways, it can go up and down, he can do all kinds of unnatural things. Like that right there would have been a break, you know? Or he can do this too. So he's got some articulation going that's pretty good. So let's talk about the accessories, which this is going to be really fast because he really doesn't have much. So he's got this, his throwing, what are these called? Half crescent moons. They're really cool. They got some detail on it, although that detail isn't really very defined. The paint job on it is pretty decent. It's nothing great, but it's not bad. You do get 2 of them, and you get 2 sets of hands, one to hold these crescent moons and the other ones are punching hands. So you get 4 hands in total. But you know, this is the very least you can get. I appreciate the fact that you get anything at all. There's I know there's been some figures that don't have much, even less than this, so I can dig it. You know, it's 25 bucks. It would be cool if they threw something else in there, but I can live with it. The standard punching hands, like I said, every figure has to come with it, and he's no exception. The detail on them is pretty good too, I think, you know? Comparisons. Okay, so here he is next to another Marvel Legends Cyclops and a NECA Brooklyn. He stacks up pretty well with them. He's about 6 inches. So, you know, these figures match up really well. Okay, so now that we've gone over the figure, the details, the sculpt, everything, we have to determine, is he worth your money? Because 25 bucks is a lot of money still. Okay, maybe not a lot, but 25 is still more than some people make an hour. So I'll give this Marvel Legends a yes for the sculpt. I like it. I think it looks great. What do you think? Now for the detail. You already know what I'm gonna say about the detail. I like the detail a lot. This is actually my favorite part about this figure is the detail. For the articulation, yeah, it was okay. It wasn't the best. But I'll give it a meh. Not a positive, not a negative. It's okay. Let's just forget about that part. He can do some stuff though. Accessories. Well, this is the part where I say they kind of fail. Yes, it's 25 bucks, but I expect a little bit more. For the price though, I think that this is a good buy. It is. It's a good buy. It's got a lot of stuff going for it that makes it worth it. It's not the best, but I mean, where else are you gonna get another Moon Knight? Where? Tell me. Amazing Yamaguchi. I got him on pre-order. So yeah, if you like the box, here you go, all the way at the very end, because I could care less about the box. So please subscribe, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks. So is this a yay or an nay? I'm going to say yay. Buy this figure now.